and welcome. My name is Sandra. My channel's called Sussex Sandra, and today I'm going to be doing an update on my journey with the Mounjaro. So Mounjaro is a weight loss injection, and I have been on it now for 5 weeks. I will be starting week 6 today. So how have I been getting on? So for the first 4 weeks, I was on the first dosage of the Mounjaro, which is the 2.5 milligrams, and I was doing all right. You know, I was a little bit disappointed because I kind of expected sort of like huge weight loss in the first week. You know, that old thinking, but no, I didn't do that. My weight loss has been very steady, 1 to 2 pounds each week. So I'm actually more than happy with that, because they say slow and steady wins the race. So I'm more than happy with that. And my mind is getting used to that slow and steady rate. After week 4, you can either continue, because with the pens, with the Mounjaro pens, we get the quickie pens in the UK. You get 4 dosages, but if you're brave enough, if you want to, you can get the magic 5th dose, so the golden dose, which is what I did. And in that magic 5th dose, you get quite a bit more than your normal dosage, which is, I'm not sure, I think it's the normal dosage is, you know what, I don't know. I don't know. The normal dosage is 2.5, which is 0.6 mils, and with the 5th dose, there's a bit more which you can get from the pen, and they say that there's 2 ways you can get the magic 5th dose from the pen. So you can either twist the quickie pen, so like force break it, and then you can use one of the needles they supply, and you can use that to get your 5th dose, or you can use an insulin pen and use that. So I did the second version. I did the insulin pen. So the insulin pen are like these. You can buy these in bulk. So I bought a pack of 10, or was it pack of 20? I can't remember, from a site called, I think it was called MediPen. I think it was called MediPen. Didn't cost that much, but yeah, it was a pack of 10 or 20. I've just got them in my drawer, and that's what I did. And I used it to take my injection out. So how you do it, I've actually got my 5th dose pen here, so let me show you that, because I'm going to be taking my first 5th dose today. So let's show you this. Let's get this out. Right, so this is the pen. So this is the product. I've got the 5 milligrams, so you can see that up there. The company that makes Mounjaro in the UK is Lilly, so it's this brand here, and this is how the product comes. My box is a little bit squished, but there you go. And this is the actual drug. Yeah, that's the actual drug. So if I show you the pen, what it looks like. Okay. Oh, it's cold. Right, so this is what the pen looks like, yeah? And then on the pen you can see that it's got the expiry date. So on my one, it's expiring 02/2026, and it says they're 5 milligrams. So as long as you keep the product in the fridge, it's fine until the expiry date. If you keep it out of the fridge, you've only got 30 days you've got to use the product up for. So obviously I'm keeping mine in the fridge. And I'm getting my product from MedExpress at the moment. I'm probably going to get my next pen from another company, because, you know, I don't have to be loyal to MedExpress. So I might get it from another company to save a few bucks, or I might, just for the ease of it, just continue with the brand. But we'll see how we do. Yeah, so how you do it, this is what the pen looks like. That's what the pen looks like, and then you use your needle. So you get your needle like that, and you put it like that. That's how it's normally done. But when you're getting your magic 5th dose, you use an insulin needle, which is like that. And then what you do, you sanitize it. So you use your little sort of alcohol wipe. So these, wipe the inside there, wipe the injection needle, and then you put the needle in there so it's all upright. I mean, I did it the other way around, like that, and then I use the needle and I slowly just inserted the needle in, and then I withdrew it out slowly just to make sure there was there was no air bubbles. So that's how I did it, and I got the full amount out. So it came up to about 0.8 on the pen, which apparently is about 3.3 milligrams. So for me, that's what I did, because I wanted that sort of transition. So from going from 2.5 to 5 milligrams, I wanted that transition dosage, so 3.3. So that's what I did last week. So on Thursdays, that's when I do my injection. So I did that last Thursday. No problems. Immediate appetite suppressant, no problems at all. That's one thing I haven't had any issues with at all, is the appetite suppressant. So on 3.3 I haven't been feeling hungry at all. So it's really been a case of me remembering to eat at the right times, which is one of the issues I have, but I'll go into that in a little bit more. I took that last Thursday, again no issues at all, and to be honest, by Sunday I'd already lost a couple, because you know what it's like, you jump on this, you know what it's like, you jump on the scales every day, don't you? So I'd already lost 2 pounds. So last week I was 18 stone, was that 18 stone 9 or 18 stone 10? I can't remember. I think I was 18 stone 10 last week, and by Sunday morning I was 18 stone sort of 8. So I was really delighted. I was thinking, oh my god, this is really working. Sunday was Mothering Sunday, so we all went out for a meal. So it was myself, my husband, my sister, Kayla, my daughter. We all went out. We went out for a big old Thai meal, which was delicious. I ate my belly full. I was happy. Yeah, I kind of felt it the next day though. The next day, because I didn't drink enough. As per usual, I didn't think about drinking enough. I also get that. I mean, I made sure I had a pint of water sort of during the meal. I could have easily have had another pint during the meal, but I had ginger ale instead, and that's it. And it's just not enough. Got to drink the water. So on Monday, girl, did I have constipation. My lord, I had some constipation going on. It was painful. So yeah, I ended up drinking up, and I had my bowel movement on Tuesday. I've been back to normal since then, but flipping heck, I can't emphasize enough how important it is to keep hydrated. And this is one of the issues I have got, because I don't drink enough in the job I have. So I don't know how many of you know, I'm an environmental health officer. So and the area I work in is in food safety. So I go out, I'm the person who goes out and does food hygiene inspections of all businesses, schools, whatever, that serve food to the public. And one of the issues I have is, because where I work it's a good hour, 20 minutes, hour and a half away. So I make sure I drink plenty in the morning before I leave, go to the toilet, then I drive and I go sort of straight in and do my inspections. And where I go to is, the places I go to, I don't always want to use their toilets, depending on what the premises is like. Because, you know, sometimes you go to restaurants and things, and, you know, restaurants tend to be, their toilets will be okay. But sort of earlier on in the day, it's going to be more like cafes and shops, and just some places, their toilets aren't that great, and I don't want to be using them. So I have an issue of finding a right place where I can go to the toilet. So I tend not to drink a lot during the day, because again, I don't want to be caught needing to go to the toilet and there's nowhere for me to go. So I don't drink a lot, and that is something that I'm going to have to work around and figure out how I'm going to manage this. So yeah, I'm still not drinking enough. I'm trying to drink at least 3 litres a day, which is 2 bottles of this stuff. I drink the Volvic sugar free. I can't drink plain water, it's too boring. So I try to drink 2 bottles of that today. This is my 2nd bottle for the day, so I've still got quite a bit to go. Need to drink that. But today I got a phone call from my GP, and they basically said, oh, they're a bit concerned about my kidney function. So my blood tests, 3-4 months ago, my kidney function was a little bit low. Apparently it's supposed to be 60, I don't know what the units are, but it's like 60 something of flow or something like that. And the blood test I had in January or December, it was 57. And then the next blood test I did in February, it was 47. Yeah, it was 47. So they're a bit concerned. So the GP was basically saying to me, she wants to sort of see what's going on here. So she's going to talk to my rheumatologist, which she did do, to see if it's a case of like just managing my methotrexate, because I take methotrexate for my rheumatoid arthritis, which is the other injection I take once a week as well. So rheumatoid arthritis is it's an inflammatory chronic condition which causes all sorts of issues, but that's another story. So she wanted to do that. So she asked me if I could go in to do a blood test. So I asked if I could go in today because I'm at home today, cold, cough, all that sort of thing. So I went in this afternoon, sort of 1 o'clock, did the blood test, and she called me back at like 5 to say, right, we got the results back. Your blood thing, flow, kidney thing was still 47, so it was the same as last time. So she said she had already spoken to the rheumatologist. I was like, flipping it, you did all this in one day? I was very impressed. So she spoke to the rheumatologist and they've agreed that I don't take my methotrexate for 2 weeks and I continue working on drinking lots of fluid. But she said if I start getting any aches, stomach pains, kidney stones, hurts to pee, anything like that, to let them know straight away. And I said, okay, I will do, but let me work on my drinking, see if that's the issue, that I'm just not drinking enough, which to be honest I think that's what my issue is. I'm just not drinking enough. So that's something I've really got to work on. So there's that. Constipation, yeah, did that. Right, what else is there? What am I eating? So my food, one of the things I wanted to concentrate on, well, there's a couple of things I wanted to concentrate on, was obviously my fluid intake, and I wanted to try to sort of manage my steps, walking, and sort of my nutrition, because there's lots of things you need to manage. And one of the things they do say when you're on a weight loss injection is to try get as much protein in you as possible, because again the weight loss can cause issues with, well, weight loss can cause problems, I can't remember, to do with saggy skin and all of that. So they want you to increase your protein because that's about your body mass and all that sort of thing, and they want you to increase your activity. I still haven't worked on the activity side of things, but my excuse is that during the day, even though I'm driving around, I do walk, because sometimes I have to park and then I have to walk to the business or whatever. So I am doing walking. I'm still working on sort of hitting 5,000 steps a day. I haven't hit 5,000 steps a day yet, but I'm getting closer. I'm doing 3,500, 4,000. So I'm working at it. I'm getting there. So I've just got to keep working at that. Food wise, I think I am doing, because I'm trying to make sure I get plenty of fibre and my protein. So for me, a typical breakfast will be something like sort of Weetabix, so like 2 Weetabix, sort of semi-skimmed milk, boiled egg. I might have bran flakes and probiotic yogurt. Yeah, probiotic yogurt with granola. Eggs, I'm eating loads of eggs, so like I'm having an egg nearly every day at the moment. I might have a whole wheat bagel, a cup of coffee in the morning, or a cup of tea, and a boiled egg, scrambled eggs, an omelette. There's lots of eggs going on. My lunch will be, because I tend to eat when I'm out and about, so I'll make a sandwich. I don't like salads, so I'll make a sandwich, so it's going to be whole wheat bread again, and it'll be sort of boring, like ham and cheese, tuna mayonnaise, mackerel and onions, and yeah, all that sort of stuff. So I do try to have a whole wheat product, so the fibre and the protein in my lunch. And my dinners tend to be very much very vegetarian, because again I'm cooking for my family and my daughter's pescatarian. So it'll be it could be, for example, like yesterday's dinner was, what was yesterday's dinner? Yesterday's dinner was whole wheat spaghetti with pesto and salmon steak. I think that was yesterday's dinner. Today's dinner is, I haven't had it yet, is sort of risotto with smoked salmon and red peppers. So I've made that. I will be eating that after I've had this. And I've also got things like roast chicken, which I can sort of nibble on as well. So I'm trying to nibble on things like cheese and stuff like that. So that sort of thing. My calorie intake is still 1913. I'm not hitting 1900 calories a day. I really am not. I'm kind of eating 1500, 1600 calories a day. So I am eating the right kind of foods, I think. It's just I need to increase the activity, increase the water intake. My weight, as I said, my weight had got down to sort of 18 stone, what was it? 18 stone 8 on Sunday, but my period started. It's just typical. It's like at the moment, it's like my period just seems to keep coming. I've had like a few months I've had no period, and then like suddenly I'm getting a period all the bloody time now. So my period came, so when my period comes, I do tend to put on a couple of pounds. So this morning, went on the scales, it was 18.10, so I was like, But I expect once I've gone in a couple of days into my period, my weight will come back down again. So we will see how that goes. So at the moment, I'm still on £7 weight loss, which again, half a stone. I'm more than happy with that. 5 weeks. What else is there? So today I am going to be doing my first dosage of the 5 milligram pen, and I'm nervous. I'll be honest, I'm nervous because you know what it's like. I read the Reddits, I read sort of reviews and stuff. I've watched other people on YouTube who have been on Mounjaro, and people always talk about the people who have issues. They're the ones who always talk. When everything's going all right, you don't hear from people. So I'm only reading the comments from people who've had issues, and a lot of people have sort of said, the people who have commented, they said when they've gone up to the 5 milligrams, they've had all kinds of side effects. So increased constipation. They've had body aches. What was the thing? Yeah, body aches. And I think the constipation is the main thing. They're not sleeping so well. Excuse me. So a little bit worried about that. So I've just got to make sure I rest. I keep drinking. I'm going to keep on saying that. I keep drinking. Yeah, I'll see how it goes. And hopefully this next week it's going to be alright. I'm hoping that the 3.3 milligram which I had last week was a nice step for me before going into that, because I did have, as I said, I had the constipation. Oh, and the other thing as well, I mentioned before in another week I talked about feeling cold. Definitely had a lot more feeling cold this week. And when I say cold, I mean freezing cold. I don't know what the reason is for that, so I need to look that up and see why do people feel cold when they're taking these weight loss injections. But like last night, when I say I had to put on my big thick winter dressing gown, because I've got two dressing gowns. I've got one for sort of like normal, and then when it's really cold I bring out the big fluffy one, which is the kind of thing I use in the dead of winter. I was sleeping in that last night because I was so cold. So I was under the duvet, I had that on, and I had another sort of top sort of blanket sort of cover on because I was cold last night. So there's definitely something in this drug that's making me feel cold. So I don't know if it's because I'm eating less calories. I don't know what it is, but damn guys, that cold is wicked. So we'll see. So I'm going to take this injection now. So let's do that. Let us do that. Today I rotate it round. So I do left stomach, right thigh, left thigh. So today I'm on my left thigh. So let's do that. So what we do, we clean the pen. And then I'm going to clean the spot on my thigh. You don't need to see me do it, but just trust me, I'm going to do it. So just cleaning the spot there. Then I am going to do this. So these are the needles. When you get your needles, you get 4 to 6 in a pack. Yeah, that was interesting. The my memory card on my camera ran out, so I don't know where I got to. So I'm literally going to be taking my 5 milligram pen today. So I've already cleaned the bit there in the needle. I've cleaned my spot. I'm now going to do this bit. So this is the little needle thing. So we take this off. I've already washed my hands before I started all this. So we take this off. Okay, so there's that. We screw this on like so. Okay, that's on secure. Okay. Right. I am going to twist it up. So you keep twisting until it gets to the one like that. Don't know if you can see it. There's a needle. The needle is very, very, very fine. Very, very little needle. Right, we're going to do that. Okay. Got to prime the needle. So you just got to prime it, a little bit comes out. Oops, there we go, like that. Okay, I don't know if you saw that, but a little bit came out. And then I'm going to jab it in. One of the things I heard is that if you, wait a minute, let's put this in. So just do a slow press of the needle. So one of the things I heard is that if you inject it in your stomach, it seems to be more effective. You get more of an appetite suppressant if you inject it in your stomach. I haven't noticed that. I don't know. Don't know how much truth is in that. So here we go. I've put it in. So I've suppressed it all the way down. I'm just going to hold it for about 10 seconds before I pull it out. And there we go. And when you've suppressed it, it gets back down to 0. So there we are. I have done my first 5 milligram plunge. I am nervous. I hope I don't have too many side effects. But I'm not going to worry about it. If I do, I kind of know how I'm going to manage it. I've got things like, so if I get things like sulfur burps, I've got my ginger, ginger tea, I've got ginger sort of chewy things. I have got peppermint tea, so I've got all of that ready to go. And I've got loads of bottles of water here. So I hope I'm prepared, and we'll see how the next week goes. What I'm hoping for is just to, whoopsie daisy, what I'm hoping for is that the next week will give me a good weight loss and just hold my suppression down. So if I lose £2 again next week, I'll be happy. I just want to get down to 18.7, because that'll be like, oh my gosh, halfway down into 18 stones. You know what I mean? I'll be like, yeah. Because I got there on Sunday and I was like, and then have it back up again. So I want to get down there and I want to surpass it. So for me, the month of April for me is all about getting through the 18 stone marker. So yeah, wish me luck, guys. For those of you who are on the injection as well, I have been sort of chatting via Instagram DMs to a couple of you. Hope your journey is going well. Yeah, do continue chatting. Let's support each other on there. Seriously, guys, if you want to contact me on Instagram DM to talk to me about your journey, and you don't want to sort of talk about it in the comment section down below, it's not a problem. It's all about support and helping each other go through this as well. All right, so we're doing this to help ourselves, really, aren't we? To make ourselves better, live longer, better quality of life. So cross fingers, it's all going to be good. I think that's it. I've got everything. Yeah, I've covered everything. So yeah, I will update you all next week, and hopefully I've got some good news to tell you. All right, guys, take care. I'll speak to you soon, and good luck to all of you who are on this journey as well. All right, bye. Bye.